All right, we're here at Elsinore Valley Municipal Water District with John Holbrook from Systems Integrated, and he's going to introduce us to all the equipment that his company has provided the water district with.
Thanks, Jeff. This is the one of their 40 or so lift stations that the district operates. This is the A3 lift station. It's equipped with a standard Systems Integrated control system consisting of the telemetry control panel, Proxim high capacity microwave radio that's interfaced in with the pumping equipment here to be able to monitor and control the site. So let's take a look inside. This is a pretty standard configuration for a lift station at Elsinore. This is the telemetry control panel that we built in our shop. We designed it in accordance with their requirements to a very specific set of guidelines to make sure that the system was always able to operate in the event of various failures that might occur, because it's critically important that a lift station have multiple levels of redundancy, because there's only so much capacity in the wet well, and once that capacity is exceeded, then the wastewater would actually bubble up out of the wet well, and we're not too far from the edge of Lake Elsinore itself, the lake, and so it's a very sensitive area. So we take this very seriously. So to that extent, these telemetry control panels were designed to provide the maximum of reliability. So you can see on the face of the control panel, we have the interface that the operators and maintenance people use to maintain the system. And it's a little bit bright out here, but hopefully you can see part of this. This is a screen that shows the lift station and all the conditions that are surrounding it in terms of operation and so forth. There's a keyboard here and a mouse that lets them navigate throughout this page and other pages to show the functionality. The beauty of this system is that it also allows them to look at any other site in the district's network. So they can look at booster stations, tanks, wells. So it's created really an environment where the system operators are mobile. They're not tied to a desk watching a computer screen anymore. They can access the entire system from each one of their control panels like this. And this panel is unique because it has 3 levels of redundancy to make sure that the lift station operates even in the event of a loss of the computer, programmable logic controller. As long as there's electricity, this site will move the wastewater and maintain the system. Let me show you the inside of the panel just to give you an idea of the various systems in this. So we have the site view node, which is using Systems Integrated on-site software with this computer and this screen and keyboard. We have the programmable logic controller, and then various systems to bring in the signals from the field, input and output lines for the analog and digital signals that control the station, as well as the power system with redundant power supplies and backup batteries to make sure that even if there's a loss of electricity, they can maintain control and monitoring of this system here. The system really is run by 3 different systems. The primary system is this programmable logic controller that runs application software that we developed that maintains the pumps in accordance with a set of specified ranges for level control. In the event that that programmable logic controller fails, then one of the 2 redundant Siemens Hydro Ranger controllers will take over and maintain control, again based on level in the wet well, to make sure that the pumps turn on and off to move the wastewater out of the wet well. If either one of, and these are redundant, so if this one fails, this Hydro Ranger will take over. If this one fails, then there's a float system, literally, that when the last resort is if the wet well reaches a certain level, the float will trip the pumps on and make sure that the wet well is drained properly, and they'll just go on and on and on until it's reset and the systems are restored. So there's 3 levels of redundancy because lift stations are critical in terms of the operation, how sensitive it is.
How much flexibility does the system give the employees of the water district when they're out in the field?
It's very flexible, Jeff. For instance, like I said, this screen here is designed to operate this particular site, but just by navigating, I can come up here and go to the main index and go to any one of their other 30 or 40 lift stations that they operate. I can also go to the main index and navigate and go to their treatment plants, their booster stations. I'm going to go to a booster station here. So if I'm an operator, I may be responsible for multiple things within the district's network. From this one station here, now I can look at this particular booster and tank site combination and monitor it. I can, if I receive an alarm notification, I can log on that site very quickly and see if it's a critical alarm or a minor alarm, and then decide how I'm going to take maybe corrective action. So from an operator standpoint, it really allows them to be untethered from the control room and much more mobile and much more effective. It's a much more effective use of manpower.
Excellent. Thank you.